Where are we? What are we doing this week? Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, girl.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, grrr. Oh my God. Hey, Gorge, and welcome to Thanks for Coming. It's the most fabulously gay podcast that there ever is and ever was. My name is Seth, I guess. Whatever is happening. How about yours? We're here.
I'm Jamal. Hi.
Hi, it's Stony. I don't know what's happening with this podcast.
Oh my God. Are we recording a podcast?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that sounds fab, Gorge. Let's record a podcast.
Wait, where are we?
It's like our 50th podcast in like 3 weeks.
Honestly, we haven't stopped podcasting for the last 48 hours, so
we need to start like a marathon, and maybe people will tip us per hour we're on the mic.
Oh, that could be fun. We could do a marathon and donate to charity or something.
yes.
Oh, that's fun.
It'd be like 24 hours straight of podcasting.
Oh, shit.
We could
Bring all
donate-
the coffee.
We could donate to Tinta Burner's rent fund. That'd be fun, right?
Sure, I guess.
Turn and burn it, baby. I was so upset. I painted my nails for Tinta Burner this week, and then she got herself, spoiler alert, eliminated.
That stinks. It's almost like if we talk up a queen or start like going up for them, like some shenanigans happens.
Oh, yeah. You know, just to be safe, you guys, I just wanted to tell you this week how much I love Candy Muse. Like, just so fierce. I just hope she stays in the competition for a real long time.
Oh, Candy.
All right.
Like insert like
Shade
straw,
rattle.
like me sipping my drink with the straw very loudly.
Loud sipping untucked noises. Insert here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, how's everybody doing today? We just are on the cusp of being done with Drag Race UK season 2.
We're getting so close with Drag Race 13, so it's just like with the UK season 2, breath of fresh air. We saw a crown, a completed season.
Girl, we're going to have like seriously one podcast a week. Can you imagine?
I just honestly feel like I'm gonna have so much time on my hands that I won't know what to do.
I know. I feel like you don't need to get too excited because you'll have like a successful quiet weekend with no editing, and then RuPaul is gonna like smack you across the face with the new season.
With her,
She's gonna be like Drag Race Down Under UK and All Star 6 all airing at the same time
on Paramount Plus, Showtime Plus, HBO Max. It's like, so make sure you purchase subscriptions to all the services, you fucking broke bitches.
Yeah. Subscribe to all of our shit.
You fucking broke pieces of shit.
Wait, don't forget Peacock. She's gonna definitely do a season on Peacock.
Oh yeah, girl. I want to hear that Peacock. My Peacock. How did Katy Perry get away with that?
Who knows how Katy Perry gets away with anything she does.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, I guess just before we start getting into the podcast, I'm doing all right. I think we're all healthy. So we just wanted to let you know that everyone on this podcast is still live. So
yep, we're still here.
yeah. So we actually have like kind of a more serious topic to talk to you about before we get into the recap. So, last week we kind of teased you about it, that we were going to be talking about the Raven situation. And yeah, we're having the conversation. I hope you guys all buckle up. Maybe you'll need to pour yourself a stiff drink.
Yeah, I think, depending on your comfort level, you might need a straight bourbon. Maybe you might need a wine cooler, or maybe a glass of water. You choose.
I'll take an IV of wine.
Ooh, red.
Yes,
That's
girl.
always a good idea.
Yes, it matches my blood. But yeah, so we're talking about it this week. We're here to talk about Raven, who you will know from season 2 of season 2 of Drag Race. And you'll also have seen her a couple times guesting on the UK Drag Race, and she beats RuPaul's face every day in her dark skin. That doesn't seem like it should be that dark.
Yeah, I of course we're fans of the fashion photo review too, but I swear, like, just it'd been a while, I guess, since we did. Well, I guess since the Drunk Herstory season 2, since we watched the season, but I really thought she was a brown queen. I don't know, like, I don't know where my mind was, but for whatever reason, I just thought back then she was a darker queen.
I think it's a bad sign that you viewed her as a darker queen, because like I kind of did too, like thinking that, like, thing is, she's been hosting Fashion Photo Review forever. Like, I am a regular viewer of that, so, and she's always been dark on that. Like, I always thought she was like somebody that was white but maybe had like some like Latino in her or something, where it was like darker skin, and like I knew that she was like from Florida or California or something.
Yes.
So, and she was like one of those like early 2000 girls that loves to tan. So it's like a lot of those people like just look dark because they're always in the fucking tanning bed.
Yep, I know those girls.
But yeah, like, it's definitely like, I don't know. I don't understand what's happening after like doing some research on Raven and like finding out she's of Russian heritage. Like, it just doesn't make sense, really.
Yeah, and I think it's important to bring up, like, there's blackface and then there's blackfishing, which is a new term for me, which is known as someone playing with hairstyles and makeup to make themselves appear of black heritage.
Basically the Kardashians.
Or, yes.
I mean, that's basically what it is, right?
Yes, that's what it is.
Because Kylie...
Yeah, throw in lip injections. Go ahead.
Does, like, if you look at Kylie with no makeup and pre-plastic surgery, total white girl from the Midwest, like, not...
Flat as a board.
Like, but now you look at her, she's got, like, I don't know, like, big lips and, like, just has, like, all this, like hair accessories and stuff, and it's like, girl, like, this is not what you look like. Like...
Yeah, they're a great example.
Definitely. I don't know much about the Kardashians, so I'm just going to steer it back to Raven. But yeah, I
Oh, go ahead. I was just going to say we'll help you connect the dots because
Okay.
that is a good example here. But yes, let's get back to Raven.
But I really liked what Stoney was saying, because I think that I kind of saw Raven as the same. Like maybe Raven is like mixed race, like part white, part Latino or whatever. But yeah, she is of Russian heritage, so it doesn't make it kind of problematic. And she did kind of start off as someone who was like, really into tanning and stuff, but like as time has progressed, she's gotten darker and darker and darker. And then this kind of leads up to when she was on All Stars, I think, or not All Stars, Snatch Game a couple episodes ago, and she was really dark.
She was very dark on Snatch Game. Now, I did notice, and I guess I just kind of let it slide to pay attention to the show, but just looking at the photos we have of Raven, like Seth shared a timeline, 2016 to 2023.
In 2023, you can't see nothing.
That's a deep shadow, honey.
And like I guess I noticed it more on Drag Race UK actually, because, and maybe it was just because I saw it on UK and then like on Snatch Game I didn't notice it because she was the same, but like I felt like on UK she was like super dark, and I was just like, at the time I just thought like, oh, like wow, she's really dark, but I didn't really think about like blackfishing because I'd never really heard of that term until like people started talking about it online. But like I was like, that is weird, like it doesn't make sense to me.
Definitely. And I noticed as well, and I did notice that people were upset after the episode, and I was just like, I don't know, well, like kind of what Stoney was saying, I'd never really heard of blackfishing before, and so I was like, I don't know how to talk about that because I don't want to sound stupid and ignorant. So, but now we're talking about it, and I think, it would be good to have like actual people of color. Well, of course we have Jamal here. Like, I'm not discounting Jamal, everybody, but like the people that we bring into the conversation, I think it would be good to hear from people of color. So we actually have a little clip here that we can play, and this is this is a clip from Jay from Jay's Quick 3 podcast, and you can find her podcast and her on Twitter at the letter J, BOOG, the number 4, show, SHO. So I really like her podcast because she keeps it real, and she's fun to talk to on Twitter. She watches Drag Race, so we chit chat Drag Race sometimes. But yeah, so here's a clip from her about the situation.
Hey guys, it's Jay from Jay's Quick 3, and a quick little thing on Raven. I've been a fan of Raven ever since she was on Drag Race Season 2, I believe. And of course, I've kept up with watching Fashion Photo Review with her and Raja. Not this season, though. But it's been brought to my attention that Raven's tan is getting darker. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but on the Snatch Game episode of this season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race, Raven was mighty dark. And that just brings up the point or the issue of what they call blackfishing, I guess, in social media terms. I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand why people would want to darken their skin. I mean, I understand as a Black woman, yes, we're magical. You love our skin. The skin is beautiful. Our tones are beautiful. But I think you should love the skin that you're in. Raven is a beautiful person. She's a great makeup artist, and she looks good when she does her regular makeup. So I don't really truly understand what the deal is with making herself look so dark. And as I was going through her social media, I noticed that she is kind of clapping back at people that have an issue with her painting herself so dark, or I don't know if it was the lighting or whatever it was, but she now has stickers and prints available. And one of them, I think on one of her captions, it says prints and IJDGAF stickers now available, which means I'm assuming I just don't give a fuck. So, I mean, I guess she doesn't care what anyone thinks. It's disheartening because Black skin is not a costume. It's not, oh, I want to wake up today and paint myself darker for whatever reason. Like, it is so many things. The climate is so crazy with racial lines right now. And it's kind of just tone deaf, with discrimination and police brutality. And there's a lot of things going on in our nation dealing with African Americans here. And it would be nice if we were pulled over by the cops so we could get some makeup remover and take off our dark hue or our brown skin and maybe be treated better. But we don't have the luxury of doing that. We have the skin that we have, and it's sad, but because of that, we are treated differently. So it's for Raven not to really understand that or even maybe care. I'm not sure, but it's just disheartening. So hopefully she sees the error of her ways and realize that it's bigger than maybe what she thinks. Maybe she'll change her mind. That's all I have to say about that.
Thank you so much for that clip, Jay. I think a lot of great points were brought up in that clip. Actually, I think we might have a second clip, but if not, Jamal can edit this part out. From one of our other besties, we have Neek from Black Girls Can Do Stuff, and who was also a guest on this podcast last November. So if you haven't listened to that, go listen. And if you haven't gone to view her pages, you can definitely do that as well. We'll link everybody's links in the show notes too, so it can be real easy for you. So here is a clip from her.
Hi, friends. First of all, thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak on this and using my voice when it comes to something that I'm pretty passionate about, and that is people who intentionally or unintentionally darken their skin to portray themselves as something that they're not. The reason that this bothers me is because I am a black woman, and throughout history of this world, black skin and dark skin has been vilified. In so many cultures, to have darker skin is to be looked at as less than. And even in our own country, being a person of color, especially a black person, will get you unfair treatment in so many different ways, whether it's the medical field or within the justice system, or even discrimination in the workplace. And so for someone to put on our skin because they think it looks cool or it looks good, but then are able to take it off to reap their benefits of being a non-black person, it's not right. And so people should be way more aware and way more conscious of what they're doing when they're doing it, and not having to be told that they're doing this and that it could be offensive to people. And for anyone who is not a person of color, and specifically not a black person, to say, look at their intention over their action, sometimes it's intent and impact, and the impact and the implications of what they're doing far outweigh the intention of why they did it. And that's all I have to say.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Neek. That was really great. A really great message. So I hope, these two people of color who live and know this experience have brought some insight to this topic for you all.
Yeah, at the end of it, both shout out to J Boog and Lizzie Angel of Black Girls Do Stuff and LizzieAngel.com.
Yes.
Thank you for submitting those messages, because I felt away the more and more I dug into this, because it's like, wait, sis, when I go back, you're definitely not a black queen.
No.
So why are we just doing doppelganger day on set for RuPaul? Are we doing, I'm going to paint this face on RuPaul, so I'm using my face as a practice sheet? It's just so disrespectful. You don't get to just put on dark skin like it's a goddamn costume. It's so ignorant. And there's even been other kind of problematic stuff about Raven dating back to August 2020, where she's on Grindr calling black people chocolate, Asian people rice. This is all in a discussion forum. So she's a queen of a certain age. I don't expect her to come forward and say anything. Very school of RuPaul. But it's just very girl, if you don't say something and fix this, you can be cut from all of our feeds.
Yeah, but I hope you do a good job on your new show, your new VH1 show, or wherever it's going to be.
Oh, the one where she teaches people how to blackfish?
That's where,
Yeah.
I was just this timing is so terrible. She has a makeup show coming out. It just seems like such a bad idea to be oh, here's the blackfish queen, and she's going to teach everyone how to do it. Or judge people on their makeup. It makes no sense.
It's come on, Karen,
Right.
just a little bit darker.
More
I really like your
contour.
makeup, but it needs to be darker next time.
Yeah, you still look kind of white, so.
Well, maybe she'll start painting her face like Sylvester the Cat or Pepe Le Pew or something. It'll just be fucking jet black and then a little dash of white in the center.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, I guess we'll have to stay tuned and see where the evolution goes, girl.
Stay woke, y'all.
Yeah, but that's enough of that. I know we kind of monopolized quite a bit of your time talking about Raven, but I think it's an interesting, or it's not even interesting, it's an important topic to talk about, because this type of behavior is not okay.
We have a responsibility in the community to call these things out, so you should do the same in your way.
Yes, girl. All right, let's go ahead and switch gears and get into our Honest Tea Spill of the Week.
Honest tea.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to our Honest Tea Spill of the Week, where we will, of course, be giving you full coverage of everything that happened in this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13.
Yes. 1 week closer to, hopefully, a finale.
Woo!
Oh my god. After this episode, we're at the top 6. I can't believe. That means we're just a couple episodes, hopefully, away from the end of it all.
Someone, dear God, please end this nightmare.
Fingers fucking crossed.
Maybe RuPaul will just crown 5 winners next week or something.
Triple win.
You all win, just so we can have Candy as a winner. We had to expand the winners to multiple.
Girl, I will have to say, like, I'm not going to be like super negative, but I do feel like this is the worst season we've experienced for a very long time.
Since season 7.
Yes. Like, this is the
Ooh.
dark. We are in the dark timeline of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh no.
Stody's like, these are dark times, queen.
These are dark times. Be safe out there, everybody. Make sure that you're drinking lots of water and keeping your children fed.
Collecting firewood.
I mean, this was filmed in 2020, so maybe it's just that vibe from 2020 is carrying over to this year.
That's true.
Well, it's been so dragged out. So part of it's just like, I can't even be like mad at the queens. I'm just like, production, we know it's COVID, but we need to speed this shit up. I'm getting bored. Like, if I didn't have a podcast right now, I would let the episodes stack up, spoilers and all, and I would just like go back and rewatch.
Yeah, we would definitely be doing like a binge watch in May or something.
yeah. Binge and just get it over with.
Uh-huh.
And then forget it ever happened.
Turn it and burn it. Woohoo. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this recap. At the top of the show, Denali has sashayed away.
Justice for Denali.
Bye, Denali. You did such a good job on the show. We'll see you later.
Yes, girl. So after the elimination, they're all kind of talking about the queens, having to say who they think should be eliminated. And Candy cannot believe that Olivia is being so calm, cool, and collected about it because so many people said her name. It's like, it's almost as if like Olivia doesn't have an anger problem or something.
Now, what I will say about Candy is, because I'm trying not to put her in a box, but like I keep saying about her, there's a lot of growth that needs to happen. So yeah, I'm sure Olivia might feel a way about it, but she's also thinking about it in a way that's like, my performance was not good. Of course, my name was said. And Candy, right now, at the age she is, with the experience she has, she's still a little on the defensive all the time. And it's funny because her talking head ended with, we need to start showing the winner side of Candy. And this is not how winners behave, because let's talk about how we're still talking about Denali when she already apologized, when I don't think she needed to apologize. You've been in the bottom twice, honey. Like, let's just run the report card. I would have said your name too. So winners don't, talk shit about each other behind their back and keep dwelling on things that we thought were squashed. Olivia's handling this with poise and reflecting. Like, let her have this moment. She was just lip syncing, not you.
Yeah, Olivia has the ability to self-reflect and look at something that she did and be like, oh, okay, maybe this wasn't the best thing that I did, or maybe I stumbled this time, and she's willing to accept that and move on. Unlike Candy, who thinks she's the best at everything and does not have the ability to realize that she's not good at something.
Right, like literally Candy thinks she was in the top this week.
Yeah, like she literally thought the reason her runway look was bad was because Michelle doesn't like green, and that literally had nothing to do with it.
No.
Yeah, but that's a story for another day. So it's the next day in the workroom, and the girls are explaining basic math to Candy, who thinks that $2,500 is $25,000.
This was actually funny to me. I was dying because I can be a space case. I'm hoping she was just having a space case moment. But I could not help but laugh at this. The girl was just like, sis, it's 2,500.
I was like, girl, no wonder she wants to win so bad. She thinks the prize is $1 million.
Oh, shit. She's like, wait, $100,000 million?
This is all kind of makes sense why she's being so cutthroat. Like, I guess if $1 million was on the line, I would be like real jacked about it too.
Oh my goodness.
But yes, so for this week's mini challenge, we are playing Are You Smarter Than the Pit Crew? The Pit Crew has some drag race trivia questions, and the queens have to buzz in to answer them.
How distracting, packages in your face, and you have to try to activate your brain in the not fun and frolicky, sexy way.
Yeah, they were dickmatized, girl.
That's the word. Definitely. Cake-matized, all of that.
Yes, girl. So they're playing. These are all like pretty easily answered questions. I think I knew the answer to all of them, or maybe just maybe I didn't get one because of the pace of the movie or the show.
Mm-hmm.
But we did find out that Utica is not smarter than the pit crew because she blanked on Alexis Mateo's catchphrase. Bam.
Oh, that was so easy. That was such an easy one too, Utica.
I feel like she knew it though. She just probably was having like a moment where you can't think of it.
Like
I think
on
so.
The tip of her tongue.
Yeah.
Because she was able to give like the full quote, with using it and use an example, and she was able to do that.
I would have probably been like Alexis Michelle or some bullshit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But also too, in this challenge, we found out that Candy was able to subtract 8 from 12. So all of those math lessons early in the show really paid off. So I'm really proud of you, Candy. You did it, girl.
Shout out to our sisters for the quick tutoring session.
Yes, girl, you did it. The winner of $25,000 in this challenge is Candy Muse.
Good job.
You're so rich now. You got $25,000. Make sure you spend it all at once. Don't tell the bank. All right. So for this week's Maxi challenge, the girls will have to create and brand their own line of soda. And then they have to make commercials and have a jingle to help sell their beverage.
We love the branding challenge and a soda. I think there's potential for greatness here, or giant flops.
Yes, girl. We love a drink.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes, you just get so thirsty.
The thirst can be so real.
It's
Oh my God.
so real.
Stoney's like, give me the damn straw, thanks.
Well, these are the COVID times. You don't want to put mouth to can action, I don't
Be as safe as can be.
I don't do mouth to can, so anyways, so the girls start to work on their commercials and they start to storyboard the ideas, even though they will be the only ones using them and definitely not the directors.
It's good to outline projects. I support these actions.
I feel like the storyboard is needed because like they're the ones like pulling out all the props and like setting up the scenes. So I feel like they need to have it so that they can understand like what the fuck's going on.
OT.
Even though some of the girls did not understand what was going on.
Yeah, exactly. I think it made it more confusing for people like Gottmik, who was like putting her editing notes in there, and like I think like the smell-o-vision, like this should smell like perfume or whatever. Like
Yeah, this is what I call being too organized. Sometimes it's just too much. You have to separate the info and keep it clean.
yeah, it was interesting to see the ideas start to, build into full-blown ideas. But this is actually interrupted by a Zoom call from Jada Essence Hall, and she comes to give some advice about being in the competition.
So fun to see our current reigning looking so fierce as ever.
Look over there.
Yes. We love Jada in this house. This is a Jada Stan account, so don't come for her.
That face was beat. That hair was laid. I was living every second of this.
Yeah, she was looking good, and I think she was giving really great advice too, like not only for this specific challenge but for the competition in general. Like she was saying, like, when I was not having fun, I did bad in the competition.
Just a nice reminder to the queens to enjoy themselves and enjoy being on Drag Race, and if you're having fun, you're probably going to do well.
Yeah, so make sure you have some motherfucking fun on this show.
Turn up!
RuPaul's like, have fun now, bitch. All right. So then after their little coaching section, session. Yes. Then words. Then it's time for the queens to film their commercials. So we get to see Ross and Carson sort of direct them, I guess, loosely direct them, but they're, ultimately this is up to the girls to make their commercial.
They didn't do very much. Maybe it was an editing thing, but we saw them throw in tips here and there and then serve shady eyebrows.
I thought it was cool
Yeah.
to see Carson and
Did you just say
Ross
cock?
at this. I said Carson.
Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. It's like, where
Shout
is
out
it?
to the East Coast.
Where is
I was
it?
excited to see Carson and Ross at the same time because usually they're like rotating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you never see them in the same place, so they could be the same person.
Yeah. So like with it being COVID, I'm assuming they're like no guest judge this week. But yeah, I thought it was fun to see them together because it was just like a fun little dynamic.
Yeah, and I liked seeing Carson make fart noises on his arm.
Yeah.
That was funny. Like
Definitely
Gottmik's,
doing the Lord's work this week.
Yeah.
Gottmik's like, I need some help.
Yeah. And Carson was looking pretty tan, too. I think he's like Raven 2014.
Better be careful. Right now, Carson's just looking tans, but you better just keep it tan, sis.
Anything past 2016 and you've gone too far. So, yes, the girls, they start to get ready for the runway. It's the next day. It's elimination day. So we learned that Candy Muse is actually gay bashed. I think she said it was in the 7th grade, but I was having trouble understanding, and had her arm broken.
7th grade, which, I mean, what are you, 12, 13? That's just really fucked up. I hate that she has had that experience. People are so evil, and ignorance is dangerous. It really is.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know if I knew that I was like gay or whatever my sexuality was back then at that age.
Most of us don't, but, you know, assholes like that, they just try to pick it out of you because, oh, you're not as hard as them or, you know, whatever. So it does really suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was terrible.
I thought somebody was going to say something, but I wasn't sure.
Sorry, I'm kind of like distracted. Sorry.
It's March Madness, y'all.
I was
fully
pulling up the
looking at
March Madness
sports.
thing on my phone. Sorry.
It's like a
now I'm
fantasy
like, I
league.
feel shitty. Like this was a terrible thing for Candy. So I don't want to like discount that. It really was. And I'm not a fan of Candy, but like obviously this is like bigger than just a fucking reality TV show.
Amen.
I mean, I like Reese's peanut butter cups.
Are you looking up a Reese's scoreboard right now?
I'm on Amazon. I'm gonna get all the deals, girl.
We're just like multitasking and podcasting at the same time.
I actually just ordered a canoe when we were talking about
Wait, where are you going with the canoe and Reese's? This sounds like a lit camping trip.
I haven't figured it out yet, but I got that stimmy, so I feel like I have to order things.
Just pack a toothbrush, bitch, wherever you're headed into the wild.
We're quitting the podcast now that we have stimmies.
Yeah, I'm working on remote recording, so I can just canoe my way around the world and record the
Well,
podcast.
with climate change, you'll just be like, look, everywhere's flooded, so I'll just be in my canoe with Reese's.
Yeah, I'll be like in Antarctica, like under the sea, doo ba doo ba 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 doo ba ba. But it'll be like island vibes up there. But yeah, anyways, what were we talking about?
We were
yes,
just talking about Candy.
Candy Muse was gay bashed, and do we want to explain what March Madness is to the gays, or should we just move on?
I think it might give them a headache.
Okay, we'll move on. We don't want to distress any of you. So let's go ahead and talk about the commercials. In running order, we have Utica.
What the fuck was going on?
Personally, I think that it would be delightful to drink all of my drinks through a cow's udder.
That is commitment. Like, you must really love that drink if you're just digging into them udders that way.
Well, not everyone has the relationship with Claire the cow that Utica has, so
Well, but yeah,
I'm sorry you don't get it.
Well, first, yeah, you have to find your own cow, make a best friend. You can do speed dating if you need to, and so then you make your cow friend, and then you can drink your soda.
I mean, I did think so on the rewatch. So the first time I watched it, I was like, "This is a fucking clusterfuck," but the second time I rewatched it, I thought that if she put it in the right order, it would have actually been pretty funny. Like if she would have put the end of it in the front of the commercial, I think it would have made sense. So I don't know what she was doing with the storyboards, but she maybe put them in the wrong order or something.
Do you think she like dropped her deck and then put them in the wrong order?
Yeah, or RuPaul's Drag Race edited it out of turn just to like put her in the bottom.
Oh no!
I wouldn't put it past them, girl.
Oh shit!
I wouldn't put it past them either.
You're absolutely right, though.
She was like giving a tarot reading with her like storyboard.
They're like, Utica's like, wait, that's not the order I put it in.
I feel attacked.
I'm seeing some sort of future girl where I'm lip syncing.
But I think Stoney is so right. Like if the end of the commercial were in the front, it would have made we would have known what she was going for. We still need to work on like the licking part, but I feel like she would have worked that in if it were rearranged.
It's definitely not COVID friendly.
No.
So next we have Candy Muse.
You know, at first I think I just had like an attitude, but and I was drinking as well, so maybe I was just like not feeling it. But on the rewatch, I thought it was funny, like I chuckled, but we're talking about elevation, right? And pushing ourselves. I get that it's a branding challenge. This was very Candy Muse, and that's where I'll leave that.
Yeah, but she was also wearing like a leopard jumpsuit, and I was not feeling the jantasy, the elevated jantasy here.
I didn't either. I didn't like it.
Well, it's just predictable because it's just annoying. We'll get to the judging later, but it's just like we've seen this before. Like if we're really in Drag Race about to be, you know, near the top, we need to be seeing something a little different. We need to see more risk being taken, especially if we're going to hold girls to, you know, a higher standard. Everyone should be held to this higher standard.
And I didn't think it was like bad, but definitely did not deserve the praise that it got.
Yeah, it's more like a safe thing for sure, like a safe scene.
Safe. Yes. Safe.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, though, I think Candy Muse makes Special K look so cool. Like, does anybody have any Special K? I love drugs. Aren't drugs cool? I hope all the young new audience that watches Drag Race really gets into Special K. Great joke,
Yeah.
I think.
I didn't hear them bitching about, oh, this is on national televisions like they did in UK. They're like, this is on the BBC. Sorry, Ahura. We can't do that here.
Ooh, read, bitch. That's right.
Oh, double standard.
Maybe Miss Molly enjoys the K special.
Yeah. Next time we'll have Molly, a drag queen named Molly, on the show. All right, moving on. I feel like we said plenty about Candy. Next up is Tinta Burner in this Wendy's commercial.
Now, in the running order, I thought that this was the first commercial that had a storyline that you can follow. I see what Tina was doing, like giving us her signature Tinta Burner 1950s kind of housewife shtick. And
Girl, she's
I
Wendy.
love the contrast.
Like, literally, that's what Wendy wears from the restaurant.
Wendy. Oh, like the
I
fast
see
food
it.
restaurant.
Yeah.
I was like, who's Wendy?
Yeah. You don't know Wendy, girl? She makes delicious food.
I haven't seen Miss Wendy in quite some time, but I see it now.
I agree,
Not the one
though.
that fainted.
I'm not a fan of Tinta Burner, to be honest. But this was the first
How
commercial
could
that
you?
made. This was the commercial that made sense. It actually had a real story to it. I thought it was pretty funny. Like, I mean, the hell yes, that was very like straight, but that's fine. I'll give you a pass this time.
Hell yeah.
But like, I actually enjoyed it. So for her to get like negative critiques this week from it, I don't understand. Like, I would have eliminated Tinta Burner a long time ago. This would have been the first time that I was like, oh, good job, Tina.
Yeah, Tina actually did really good in this week's episode. I think in this challenge, like, her scene was actually funny. Like, it does say hell yeah on the fucking label. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. Michelle, I think, was searching for a way to like sell their Tinta Burner being eliminated storyline.
Yeah, and they want to get after her for being a housewife, yet we watched an entire season where Sherry Pie got to top 3 for being a housewife.
Right.
Ooh.
Or top 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever she was.
Read down. That's so right.
So it's kind of bullshit, to be honest.
And it's a branding challenge. Like, now you're going to tell her that you're tired of red, orange, and yellow, and you want to say, oh, Madonna, Cher, and these people elevate. Girl, Madonna has so many different looks. Can we help me connect those dots?
Yeah, I don't know, girl. Like, they really waited like 12 episodes to start talking about Tina wearing only yellow, orange, and red.
Right. Like, those divas, Janet Jackson, Madonna, Cher, all the queens, Beyonce, like, they're known for just changing it up. You haven't seen one of these queens just do the same thing. So to me, this really made no sense. If you're branding yourself to a new audience, season 13 is not a sequel or anything. This is the first time that people are seeing Tinta Burner. This is the time for her to use her red, orange, and yellow.
Yeah, it's like they Dusty Ray bottomed her. Like, instead of...
Oh, how many Dusty Ray tops were there?
Oh.
It's like, so they're like, instead of Dusty Ray bottoming her in episode 2, let's wait until episode 11.
Yeah, I hope they all used protection.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we'll just get 11 episodes in until we Dusty Ray bottom you.
Oh, work. I kind of want to get Dusty Ray bottomed right now.
That does sound fun. Remember, listeners, PrEP does not protect you from all the other STIs, so be responsible.
Oh my gosh. But yes. Yeah, speaking of bottoming and Tina, moving on. Come through, Grinder. Yes.
This episode is sponsored by Grindr.
Come through, Christian with a capital T. Yes. All right. So next we have Simone.
Simone's commercial. She's another queen who's just naturally funny. She can say anything, and potentially it's probably like 98% of the time it's going to be gold. Like, remember the factory? Like,
Factory.
That whole acting segment was funny back then, episodes ago. So I knew that she was going to knock this out of the park.
Yeah, I mean, the branding with the sweet tooth, like, that's just hilarious. And, like, her saying, because you'll need it, like, and, like, drinking this, like, terrible soda. I don't know. I thought it was perfect. Like, she was funny. She had all the acting down, the perfect, like, voice for it. And, like, I don't know. She was definitely one of the best.
I was living for her look, too.
Yeah, she looked good, and I liked at the end where she's like, "Oh, buy 2 get 1 gold tooth for free. You're gonna need it."
Yes.
But this is definitely a drink. I mean, this is a great advertisement. Like, I would buy the drink, but you guys could not have it because it's not keto friendly.
No, probably not. Too much sugar.
Yeah.
I like with glucose,
Maybe there will
sugar.
be a diet sweet tooth.
Yeah, the sugar-free high fructose corn syrup. Girl, that was funny. Yeah, this was a really, really, really good one. This is really funny. Next, we have Got Mick. What do we think of this one?
Oh, Got Mick. I think that this had the potential to be funny, but it was just kind of like flat-ish.
I think this is similar to like Utica's, like, whereas I feel like if you rearranged it properly and gave a better explanation of what you were doing, it could have been funny. It was just the message got jumbled up and it didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's what I was literally going to say too. So I'm glad we're all on the same page, because I think it may have been more effective if like, you saw the not sexy thing and then she takes a drink and then the sexy thing happens. So you're immediately seeing the difference between the two. Like, I think that would have been good instead of just doing all the bad things and then doing all the sexy things later.
And we just needed like a bigger contrast between the differences.
Yeah, but also I did remember the name of this drink, so I don't understand what the judges were like really trying to sell us here, because if you couldn't remember it, that's because you're an idiot.
I think the judges just aren't sure what they're doing this episode. I think they're tired. Maybe there weren't enough sandwiches
They're
on
too
set.
busy, like, praising Candy for wearing a green, like, jumpsuit.
Condom.
Yeah, to infinity and beyond, girl.
Buzz Light, no.
I wish she would have buzzed right on out of this competition. Ayo.
Whoa.
Next we have Olivia.
I thought Olivia's commercial was cute. They need to leave her alone. Like, Olivia is just a happy person. I thought that she got her point across. It was like a safe performance for me.
They're literally trying to ruin Olivia. The judges are. They're like, please stop smiling and stop doing everything that makes you such a lovable person. Like,
Yeah.
During the branding challenge, don't be happy.
I'm like, these judges need to shut the hell up before they ruin the season even more.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think maybe what Olivia could have done to make it a little bit more successful was to maybe have her start by drinking the drink, and then she could have been happy and funny throughout the whole thing. Like maybe, get progressively more happy as the more she drinks.
Oh, like kind of loony.
Or she could like drink it and be like, oh, I need to find more now.
Yeah, where is it? I need more. I want to be happy. I'm gonna be happy.
Like she was entering a like epic sugar rush or something.
Exactly, yeah. But also, like, why did they make her look like a giant cave troll?
I don't know. This season is such rigor girl.
I thought she was about to stomp on some stomp some people into the ground or something.
This is the abominable snowman's taste of the week.
Yeah, I was worried, girl. Like, editors, you really fucked this one up.
Olivia looked good, though.
Yeah, she did look good. This is not shade to Olivia. This is shade to the editors.
Correct.
So next we have Rosé. Actually, finally, we have Rosé.
Rosé's took me out. I love that she had on Jan's robe, and this was really funny. Like, Rosé brought it.
Yeah, definitely bonus points for the Jan robe. But yeah, hers was definitely the most funny. Like, she definitely figured out a way to like have a like commercial and not just like some of the girls were just so chaotic in theirs, but she knew how to like, here's the information and then I'm going to do something really funny and like you're going to notice it because I wasn't acting like a crazy fool the other entire time.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I loved everything about it. I love that she was just like, I'm definitely not playing that. Like
those like sassy moments. She was like, no.
Ruffles?
Yeah, she definitely knew what she was doing, though. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I thought that, in this challenge, Rosé was really able to fully realize not only her brand, but what she's actually been doing in this competition, which I think is really what you need to do, because I don't think the rest of the girls, I think Simone did, but I don't think the rest of the girls really fully, like, are maybe they're not, like, fully aware of, like, what is actually happening in the competition, because you have like delusional people like Candy who think she's in the top every week.
Right.
You're absolutely right about Simone and Rosé. Like, out of everyone's brands, I could see their brand on a t-shirt, on a beach ball, something being thrown into a crowd at a sporting event.
Yeah, that's like winners like size like concepts basically.
I mean, shit, like Rosé should put out like a rosé like wine or something. I would definitely buy that shit.
100%. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that'd be great.
Skin.
Oh yeah. All right, y'all. Let's take a quick little break here, and then we'll come back and get into the runway.
BRB.
Hell yeah. Support for Thanks for Coming, a RuPaul's Drag Race podcast, is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. Manscaped is taking over the world and is now available in all of Europe, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all of your below-the-waist grooming needs.
Woohoo! Yes, Manscaped.
Offer code TFCPod, of course.
A promo code that will actually work if you go to the website and use it.
It's a first.
Yeah, this time we're being serious.
Well, I definitely appreciate Manscaped reaching out because I have, tried various trimmers over the years, and I can get it down to how I like my bits and things to be for my personal taste, but I was always so scared to get too close. And the trimmer comes with a guard that's really easy to use, and that helped me tremendously. Very, very nice product, the Lawnmower 3.0.
Yes, and it really is so cool because it comes with like this really cool stand that you can, put on next to your vanity, and it doesn't take up much space at all. It keeps the trimmer charged. It uses USB, so if you need to travel or something, like you can use it with pretty much anything. And another bonus, it has waterproof technology. So if you're like me, I love to shave in the shower. So this is perfect. So now I can start trimming my other areas with this.
Ooh, it's even got a little flashlight on on it for those of you who like to take showers in the dark or with candlelight, so you can see exactly what you need to do down there.
Yes, girl. This battery will last up to 90 minutes. The Lawnmower 3 has been upgraded to a 7,000 RPM motor. And I am one of those people that do like to use it in the dark. I do my best work and most creative when I'm in the shower. So I am, of course, super excited to use it in there. Last time I used it, I actually carved RuPaul's name into my pubes. It's so accurate.
Nice.
Yes. You're welcome, Ru.
Congratulations on that one. That's skills. Well, in addition to the lawnmower, listeners, there are all kinds of products on manscaped.com. We also receive some ball toner, which is fabulous if you need a little pick-me-up throughout the day. Those of you who love to walk around naked, this is perfect. You know, spray a few pumps, let it air dry before you put back on those underwear, and you're good to go. The ball deodorant is fabulous as well.
So if you're listening to me speak right now, I want you to experience it firsthand for yourself. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code TFCPOD at manscaped.com. This product is, of course, for all men, so even if you have a vagina, then you are still able to use this. This is Manscaped for all men.
Yes, for all men.
Yes, get 20% off and free shipping with the code TFCPOD at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. And use offer code TFCPOD. Your balls and vaginas will thank you. Well, hello, and thanks everyone for coming back to the Honesty Spill of the Week. We are, of course, back again to bring you full coverage of the runway, and category this week is Beast Couture.
So fun. Furries, shout out to you. I hear the furry community is very nice and inclusive.
Yes, I hear they were very excited about this runway.
Yes. They're like, the ratings were up this episode, girl.
And I think even they would agree with us that Candy's outfit was bad because it didn't have enough fur.
Yeah, I want to know what beast that was.
Yeah, that was the, I think she was like the little Infinity and Beyond Toy Story doll. She's Buzz Lightyear. She was like if Mike Wazowski from Monsters, Inc. fucked Buzz Lightyear.
Oh my gosh, this is their daughter.
Yeah, this is their drag daughter. Sorry. Apologize for could have done better, but you know, here we are.
Listen, she was first out on the runway, right?
No, she was not first, but she was like second or third. She was towards the beginning.
Okay, I'll save my comments then.
Well, we don't have to go in order. We can just talk about whatever you want.
That's
girl.
right. Okay, so just really quick with Candy, like this was just so simple and safe. Any other queen would have got clocked for not having her stockings match the bodysuit and the heels like Olivia did. Good job, Olivia. The makeup, to me, I get that we're trying to match the alien, and I'm confused. Do aliens count as beasts unless you're the predator? I don't know. But there could have been some green hair. There could have been something like, girl, come on.
Wear a fucking wig, girl. Wear a green ass wig.
Where is the elevation?
Yeah, this look was complete trash. Honestly, it was it is the worst look of the season. I will just say that.
It might be the worst look of the series, all seasons.
Well, I don't know. That one time Jiggly, Caliente.
Oh, that's true. All right. Well, sorry. I guess we were going a little too hard.
Well, hey.
Too hard.
It's up there, though.
It's up there. I totally agree. And we're calling out the assignment. Like, if we're talking about the assignment, failed.
But also, like, in this episode, all Candy wore was bodysuits.
Ooh, clocked it. Yep, sure did.
Like, just simple bodysuits in all aspects of this episode.
And it pissed me off that the judges were like laughing it off, like, oh my God, Candy, that's so funny. She wore something that wasn't even related.
She looks fucking horrible. Yeah.
It's like, this wasn't even the challenge, bitch. Like, she should have been in the bottom. Put her in the bottom. If you're going to be that bad on the runway, then you deserve to be in the bottom.
This is why I say production in the show setting Candy up for the okie doke, because any other queen would have got red for filth and put in the bottom. And they are just like, aha, look at her. What was this? Like, you're laughing her to the crown. Like, that's not even a constructive critique. Any other queen would have gotten an encyclopedia of notes. So I just think we need to be holding the girls to the same standard.
Yeah, and do you want to explain the okie doke to the listeners that might not know what that is?
Oh, just like setting her up for the reaction she got online is the easiest way to explain it. Like the okie doke,
Yeah.
think of somebody like throwing a stick out in front of you and like you trip. Drag Race, and then we just looked at their fucking Instagram and they have a close up of Candy with that fucking makeup. That's an
Well, you know what? She should have been looking at the ground to see the marbles.
yes, shout out.
Boom, got it.
But that's basically the okie doke, because we can sit here and be mad at Candy, but this is not an issue with Candy, really. The judges are not being consistent with their notes, and they're setting her up for failure this way because, of course, some of the viewers are frustrated with a look like this when we know damn well the judges would drag any other queen for wearing a bodysuit.
Yeah, and I'm not
Well-
mad at Candy for getting to the top. I'm mad at Candy for a different reason, but we'll get to that later.
Right, and yeah, this exactly is like I don't know. I feel like we've been so negative on Candy. Like I think we just personally don't just like Candy, but that's fine for us. You know, if you like Candy, that's great, and that's totally fine. You're totally valid in that. But I think what we're seeing here is sort of like a Silky Nutmeg Ganache edit, because this is sort of like the same like way we felt about Silky, because you know she's another like loud and obnoxious queen that somehow just got pushed through to the finale to the top 4. So I think like to me I'm like being signaled now that Candy Muse is probably going to be in the top 4. But anyways, let's move on so we can talk about some of the other girls' looks. I'll just throw out another one that I really liked, and that was Got Mix. I love that little Ariel Monsters sort of thing.
Yes, it was so fierce. Very cute. I love the pasties, of course. It's a signature Gottmik detail. It came together so nice.
Yeah, I like this too. Just super big and like very like campy too, just with the 2 eyeballs and stuff. But yeah, I like this. I thought it was really cool.
My favorites of the night kind of were Olivia and Rosé, because they gave me like monster fantasy. Like I was so into both of their looks, just the attention to detail on the outfits, the showing performance on the runway. Yeah, those are some fierce beasts.
I also liked Rosé's too, because I've not been a huge fan of Rosé's looks this season, but I will say the last couple weeks I really feel like her looks have been really good, and I've liked them a lot. Like this tonight, like on this episode, I really enjoyed this look. I thought it was well put together, and it fit really nice.
Something definitely has clicked for Rosé, because I'll agree. Like at this point now, like I would love to see Rosé in the finale.
Mhm.
I think that she's a strong contender to be in the finale.
Yes.
I think the top 3 could be Rosé, Gottmik, and Simone. Just based on how things are going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think maybe the 4th is Candy. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Rosé's look was just so great to me. And I know, I'll stand for that the judges did not like was Utica's. I really liked Utica's outfit.
I actually enjoyed her look too. I can't recall a furry gown that's been on the runway ever, and it was her interpretation of Beast, and I loved the makeup. It looked so good to me. I have to agree with you there.
I also really liked it. I didn't understand the critiques from the judges. I thought it was definitely Beast, and it was very well put together. I thought it was very like Disney villain-esque.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really liked it.
And shout out to Simone.
Definitely.
She was cute.
Yeah, Simone was cute. We'll talk just to wrap up Utica before we move on to Simone.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I thought Utica really wore this outfit so well, like with the little wrap she had on her hands. I thought it was so smart because she had her like claws hidden at the beginning of the runway, and then sort of like the claws come out. And I don't know. I just thought it was presented very well. So like, I don't know what the judges are thinking. This is great.
It was too elevated for them.
Yeah, they didn't get it. Yes, but yeah, we have to talk about Simone. I'm like, come through, Crash Bandicoot.
Yes, I thought it was so cute. Like, it was definitely a top look. Some of the online queens being the toxics, the fans, they were like, oh, she just put on a costume. I'm like, okay, but a lot of costumes don't look like that. So
I mean, yeah, I guess I could see why people are like, oh, she just put on a costume. But, like, it was, like, a great idea. And, I mean, she did put on a costume, but she also had, like, jean shorts over it and, like, had, like, a big earring and stuff.
and the feet, they were actually heels, but they looked like the animal feet.
Right. And it was, like, stylized. So, like, get the fuck out of here.
Definitely. I liked her outfit quite a bit. And then of course we have to talk about Tina's little patchwork beast.
Now, Tina, I thought that this was cute for Tina. It wasn't red, yellow, and orange. I know this is a branding challenge and we get on her case for that. But I actually did not mind this. I thought it was a safe look. I totally understood what she was going for, the whole patchwork approach. And I appreciated her interpretation.
I mean, for me, this was probably one of, like, Tina's better looks, in my opinion. I thought it was pretty clever and, like, something different, something that I was not expecting to see from her.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought she actually, like, this episode, for me, Tina had, like, one of her stronger episodes we've seen from her this season.
Yeah.
So, which makes it so fucked up that she went home this episode.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I like this look. You know, it was very campy.
Yes.
And it was well made. It was well designed. It fit right, and I liked it. So
Yeah, it reminded me, I don't know, like, any of the gamers out there, if you've ever heard of Five Nights at Freddy's, that was what this looked like to me.
Ooh.
okay, people were saying that she looked like the villain from Spaceballs, the pizza one, the pizza dog thing.
Okay.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
So at the end of this challenge, Simone wins, and so does Rose.
Double win. Cash tips for everyone.
I'm glad.
Yes, bitch. $25,000 for everybody.
They got that good budget.
Yes.
Well-deserved, queens. Good job. They were definitely two of my faves.
Sorry I interrupted. What were you going to say, Stoney?
Oh, no. I'm just saying I'm glad that they did this because I felt like Rose really deserved it. But it was hard to also, like, discount what Simone did. So, you know, every once in a while it is warranted to give two queens a win. I mean, we saw it in All Stars 4, I guess.
Yeah. It's like one racist queen, one valid winner queen.
One COVID super spreader.
Yeah. Girl. Don't like her
No.
anymore. All right. So the bottom two end up being Tinta Burner and Utica Queen. And they lip sync to My Humps by the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, this song. We were just talking about this before recording. We used to jam to this song on campus back at during the IU days. I think I was using my iPod mini at the time.
Yes, girl. I was probably using my iPod first generation.
I enjoyed this lip sync. I thought that Tina ate it up. Of course, Utica is in a gown, so it's a little harder to move. I think that Tina embodied the song more, and she was giving us all these great dance moves and lip syncing, like using the full stage. All Utica could really do was like slither across the stage, but I thought it was still a solid Utica performance, but that Tina probably should have won.
Yeah, I thought Utica did okay, but Tina definitely won the lip sync. Let's not pretend that she didn't. She definitely won it. And I thought she had the perfect outfit for this song. Like, it was funny watching her run around on stage like a giant, like, psycho teddy bear. So yeah, Tina definitely won the lip sync. The judges again fucked her over. So bye.
I was really impressed that she was able to move so much in that giant outfit. I was like, damn, girl, you work.
She was going for it. I mean, it's your lip syncing for your life. You should be. But I was impressed by that, too.
And I will say, personally, I do think that both queens did a really good job. And I think that Utica did a really good job with, like, being, like, little kooky, like, weird Utica moves. And I think she was just as good as Tina. So to me, this is like one of those lip syncs that I'm just gonna want to rewatch over and over and over again, like even 5 years down the line.
Yeah, this is where the double save should have been used, or could have been used.
Agreed.
Yeah, there have been multiple ones that could have been used besides the trash one they used it on.
Yeah. So then in the end, Utica stays and Tina must sashay away. I was real shook on this decision, girl.
I was too. And for me, just having watched Drag Race for so long and having seen the past seasons multiple times, I really think the judging was just a little confusing for the contestants and the viewers. And I think that this just highlights the fact that in the end, the judges just care about the looks. No shade to Utica. We could argue that we've seen everything that we can see from Tinta Burner, but I don't really think that's fair because she took a risk this episode. She slayed the lip sync, even though they both did a good job, and she was sent home.
Yeah, I mean, this episode is prime example number one of that the judges sometimes just make decisions based off of like who they want in the end, because it wasn't based off the actual challenge like at all. There was like Tina did better in the main challenge, did better in the runway, did better in the lip sync than like some of the other girls, and still went home. So like basically I think they were just over Tinta Burner, and they're like, well, we need to get rid of her at some point, so we're just going to get rid of her now, and we're just going to make every excuse in the world why she has to go home.
Yeah, and it's just so inconsistent based on other queens we've seen. I mean, sorry, I have to say it because I feel personally offended as a Beehive member, Platinum member. You're going to send Candy home in her lemonade look. That look was way better than this alien condom radioactive situation we had going on here.
yeah I don't know, I was really shocked to see this happen, but I mean, I think both Utica and Tina are kind of at the end of their ropes. Like, yeah. I think Olivia's kind of at the end of her ropes just based on how they've been editing her.
Dangerous. Yeah.
So unless she does something, unless she starts to like really pick up the pace, then maybe, things will change at the very end. So she already does have 2 wins. So that's, good for Olivia as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I could see like both of those, Utica and Tina, were kind of like, it's like, I feel like we've just seen it,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was fine that Tina went home. I'm not a huge fan of hers anyway, but it was just kind of more like just like rigor mortis girl. Yeah. Because it was like, okay, this episode, she literally did the best she's ever done. And then they're like, bye.
Right. This is definitely a production issue.
Yeah, exactly. So just one point to talk about in Untucked before we finish this out. I thought that it was really funny when Tina was struggling to grasp why they didn't like her branding. And she's like, what do you guys think? And then they tell her, and then she's like not having it.
Oh, yeah. She is playing her candy card.
She was.
That New York jumped out.
That's not what you said.
That was my favorite part.
Or no, it was, that's what you just did.
Yeah. Rosé. And then she promptly sipped her tea. I was living for that.
She like looks at she looks at Tina. She's like, should I keep going? Tina's like, fine. So then like Rosé finishes giving her like some help. It was so funny.
Very human moment. I mean, you see it here. The queens are just so frustrated. So I felt for Tina in this moment because she's just like, what was it? What did I do?
Yeah, definitely. So that was Untucked. It was mostly them posturizing on who did the best and who felt the greatest when they were, on the runway. And it's just like, girl, we saw the show. Yeah. We know how it went.
It's typical Untucked this season with Candy. As long as she's here, Untucked will always be the worst part of the show.
I did enjoy seeing Tina's mom, though. That was a sweet moment because we learned about their kind of rocky past. So it was nice to see them support Tina right before she was sent home.
I will say, though, I do enjoy going to read the Candy Muse Gazette after the episode because, she has lots of opinions about what people are saying about her and the season in general. So to me, it's very interesting to see. It's like, what is Candy Muse going to be mad at this week?
Yeah. And this is just one of those things that she'll grow out of, or she'll critique her delivery. Not saying it's wrong, but we all look at past tweets when we're just reacting to things and we're just like, ooh, I was a little this way. And then we elevate and grow and mature.
Yes. But let's go ahead and throw it over to Stoney so we can find out what's going on in the fantasy league.
Yes, so I am still in last place with 195 points.
Yay, we did it, Lawrence.
Seth is in second place with almost 100 more points with 290 points.
Whoa.
Ooh.
And then Jamal is way ahead at 340 points.
Slay, bitch.
That's only 50 points ahead of me.
Well, it's still 50 points.
I could still catch up.
Yeah, I mean, we only have like 20 episodes to go, so you're absolutely right.
Are you sure this isn't Candy Muse math? Are you sure Jamal's not ahead by 5 points?
Jamal's ahead by 2,500 million points.
Can we not have Candy Muse balance the fantasy points, please?
That crown is mine.
Damn, no wonder you had Candy on your team. But no, I think I'm still in the running for this. I just won the UK season, so
yeah, coming fresh off a win, you might come and snatch my edges, but I will be prepared.
I'm feeling real confident, girl. We'll see how this goes. All right, you all. Thanks for coming to another fun week at Thanks for Coming, the Most Magically Gay podcast. I think this might be our last. I think this is our last week with Manscaped, so we wanted to thank them for sponsoring the show this month. And maybe you'll get to hear us working with them in the future. If you guys would like to help us, hear that, then you can go over to manscaped.com. You can put in the offer code TFCPOD. And of course, you'll receive free shipping and 20% off your order. So don't forget. Thank you so much, Manscaped.
Thank you so much. It's been fun. Always fun to have a sponsor on the show. And remember, listeners, you can continue to help us if you're unable to spend money at this time. It is COVID still. Leave us a review. Rate us 5 stars. Interact with us on Twitter and Instagram. We love to hear from you.
Yes. Tell me how hot I look on Twitter.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh. Oh my gosh. All right, you all. That's enough. We'll be back next week. Maybe on Tuesday.
Ooh, stay tuned.
No.
Wednesday?
Well, yeah, stay tuned.
Wednesday.
I think Tuesday. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just stay tuned. Go to TFC Pod on Twitter and you'll know for sure. Sorry, we're so used to having 2 episodes drop every week, so we'll have to figure out what's going on. So
yeah,
I think Tuesday. I'm gonna talk Jamal into it. So but stay tuned.
Yeah, we're looking at Candy Muse's calendar right now, so we're gonna work out some details and report back.
Yeah, see what she lets us do.
Yeah, for real.
All right, you all. Well, until next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hell yeah.